Hello and welcome to Laurindalandia. Today I'm going to do a reading about what people warn others about you, good or bad. You can choose your pile by following your intuition. It can be the pile that you are the most visually attracted to, or you can even ask in your mind, what is a pile for me? I do a personal readings, they are super affordable, and in my first link in the description. Yellow by one, so you this card that says, I affirm only the good of life. What people warn others about you is that you are someone that is going to choose your well being. You are not someone that is going to put other needs in front of yours. You are kind, you are empathetic, but don't be fooled by this empathy because, above it all, you're going to put your needs first and you're going to do what is best for you. You have boundaries and you're going to set them. I think, I think you are kind and you are empathetic by one. And I think some people might see this kindness and empathy and think that they can take advantage of you and think that they can use that kindness or empathy to play it, so you put their needs in front of yours and maybe even feel make you feel guilty for having needs or having boundaries or having priorities. But they are very mistaken because you have your eyes on the prize, you know what you want, and you're going to get it. I think something that also other people warn others about you is that you have a goal and you're going to make it happen. Even if people don't see that goal, even if people don't know that you're working towards that goal, if you have, for example, a lifestyle that you want, or a job that you want, or a position that you want, or education that you want, you're going to make it happen. And that goal is above um, any play on guilt tripping your kindness. You will not give up your spot. You're not mean to other people. You don't throw people under the bus. But also, you're not kind to your own detriment at all. And I think at first people might assume that you'll be someone that will be kind to your own detriment, but they are deeply mistaken because you are a very ambitious person. You are someone that knows what they want and you're going to fight for it. You're going to get a job, you're going to get a lifestyle, you're going to get the education. Even if other people don't like it, even if other people try to guilt trip you into not getting it, I think you are fair in your dealings. Imagine if you and other someone are competing for your dream job, I think you are fair. You're not gonna sabotage them or make them fail. Like, you are fair, you give them a fair shot, and whatever happens. But also, you're not gonna let yourself be sabotaged um, from getting what you want. I think also what people warn others about you is that you have boundaries and you're going to set them to protect yourself and to get um, what you want. If there is something that you want, you're going to set boundaries with people like, right now I don't have the time, I need to work on this, I need to make this happen, I need to focus on this. And I think, yeah, this is something that people are not expecting at first, because I think they assume at first that you will be someone that can be guilt tripped into lowering your boundaries, or you'll be someone that is so kind that will put people in front, like other people's needs in front of yours, which is not true. I also think a lot of you here, you guys are ambitious and you want a specific thing of life. Like, you want a good life. You feel me? Like, you want a good quality of life, you want a good job, and no one is stopping you. Period. No one will stand in between you and what you want. You're not mean, you're not cruel, you're not unfair, but you want to fight for what you want. And I think that's what people warn others about you, is that your well-being, your quality of life, your dreams, your ambitions are above anything else. Yeah, what other people warn others about you is that, yeah, you have a goal and you are working towards it steadily, consistently. You are working towards you might even be someone that is like, you might not share your goals and ambitions with people, so people don't even know that there is something that you are always working on. Like, people don't even know that you want this job or this lifestyle, and they don't even know that behind the scenes you have your eyes on the prize. You are only always working towards it, and it's a non-negotiable. It's something that for you, you will not give up, and you've been working towards it for a long time, and you will continue to work towards it until you achieve it. And I think that's something that people don't see at first, but after a while of knowing you, or maybe if they step on your boundaries and if they cross a line, they understand how fierce you are towards your goals, and that you have your eyes on the prize, and that matters to you than most people. Because honestly, most people, like, I think you care about like really good friends and really good people, but most people that are just like acquaintances or people that are not even that great, you're not gonna put, like, you're not gonna let people that are not even that great and not even like really your friends stand in your way between you and your goal. But I think most people at first, they don't see this ambition, they don't see this dream, they don't see this goal, because maybe you don't share it, you don't talk about it, but you are always working towards it, and you have your eyes on the prize, and you are not um, going to give up, and you're not gonna let anyone stand in the way. Period, because you know what you want and you're gonna get it. Let people want others about you. Yeah, some people might even be like butthurt or mad because you discarded them to focus on your goals. But I think, like, imagine what people not realizing is that if people don't bring value to you, if people are not really worth it to you, if they are not like really good friends to you, and people that you really see and know, like, you are a great person, you are a great friend, the other people are noise between you and your goal. And I think you do value the people that are really good people and really there for you. And I've been there for you for a long time, and I've showed you time and time and again how much they love you. But anyone else that is just like an acquaintance or like alpha friends, you're not gonna let these people distract you. These people are noise. And I think a lot of people are butthurt. That's the reason why they warn others about you, and they say like, yeah, but one only cares about their money. They are cold. They don't really care about like having a lot of friends or having a community. All they care is about their goals and their money, and they're gonna do it even if they have to do it alone. Like, some other people might be warning others, like, "Hey, but one is selfish," but I don't think you are selfish. I think it's like you have a goal, you have a dream, and you have an ambition, and that's totally fair. And I think you are very caring and giving to the ones that really matter, to the ones that really love you, to the ones that have showed you time and time and again that they have your best interest at heart. But anyone else that is like alpha friends, not even that great, I don't think, yeah, like, you're not gonna let alpha friends, temporary people distract you from your goal. And I think these are the people that are warning others about you. They are kind of like butthurt that you traded them for your goal and your ambition. And basically, they are saying, yeah, Paiwan only cares about money. They are super focused on money. Like, honestly, they rather be alone than to be distracted. They are cold. They don't care about community. Like, I think they are not understanding that they were not that valuable to you, because they are not like kind, good-hearted people at heart. If they, imagine these people at butthurt, if they were really like kind, good people at heart, and if they had your best interests at heart, they would have stayed in your life. But it's because they were not all in. They were not really your friend. That's the reason why they didn't stay, and that's the reason you were like, get out of my way. I need to focus on my goals, and I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna spend time with you anymore. And these people don't understand is that they were never like your real friends, and they are acting that like they were, and that they are butthurt, calling you selfish or like too ambitious or too money centered. But I don't think he's that. I think these people were never true friends and real friends to begin with. What people want others about you. Yeah, other people like really harping on this narrative that you are like super money focused, also super competitive. They are basically saying, "Hey, everyone is gonna throw anyone under the bus if they need to get what they want." And again, this what these people are not understanding is that they were never even like that great of friends to you. So of course you didn't care about them. Like it's kind of pissing me off, these people perspective, because they are like butthurt basically that you don't didn't give up your needs for them to get what they want. Like they are butthurt that they couldn't be selfish around you, and now they are flipping the coin and saying that you are the one that is selfish, that you are the one that is super competitive, or like yeah, that you always like in competition with everyone because you're not gonna let you anyone get what you want. But I don't think it's that. Yeah, I think people that were never really your friends, they were never like really that good to you, and you've seen that from the beginning. You realize, okay, this person is just like someone that doesn't have my best interests at heart. They're not really my friends. But I think these people try to be friends with you to try to play with your kindness to see if you will put their needs in front of yours, and you didn't, and they are very butthurt. Because I think a lot of people were trying to get where you were trying to go, but they know they couldn't do it alone, so they needed to tag along with you to the finish line, and then at the finish line they use like guilt tripping emotions to make you let go of your seat, to give your seat to them, and that didn't work. And they are butthurt the fact that you didn't give up your seat, what you worked for, what you deserve to them. So now they're saying behind your back, like, yeah, but one is super selfish. They only care about money. They are cold. Like they're gonna fend for themselves. They gotta choose themselves. Like that is a bad thing. When in reality, like you stick by the ones that really love you, but you know who loves you and doesn't. You know that's distinguish. Let me know in the comments if you resonate with this message. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you like this content, subscribe. I do a personal readings, they are super affordable, and then my first link in the description. By Pawan. Hello, Pile 2. So it shows this card that says, I love myself completely in the present. What people warn others about is that you are very content with yourself. You are not looking to change yourself. You're not trying to change yourself. You actually really like who you are. So there is nothing that people can do to change your minds. There is nothing that people can do to make you change yourself or change your opinion or change your desires or change your needs. You actually like who you are, and you're not trying to change who you are because you actually love yourself. This is giving the vibe of, I think a lot of people try to change you, Balto, for some reason. Ah, okay, I'm getting the vibe. Okay, Balto. I think you are a person that you know yourself, and you have learned to accept yourself, and you have learned to really love yourself. To love yourself is not to like yourself, is to accept yourself, because we all have insecurities, we all are imperfect. Self-love is not about liking or disliking, is about accepting oneself, right? And you have done that. You have done a lot of inner work to accept who you are as a a person as a whole, and imagine, you're not perfect, you have imperfections, but like you then need enough work to understand it's okay to be imperfect. I don't need to be perfect to love myself. You feel me? I think you've done a lot of work to accept yourself completely, and you are not trying to change yourself for others or to quote unquote improve yourself or to change your mindset or to change your belief system or to change your goals. No, you are happy with who you are because you've done a lot of work to accept yourself. And I think a lot of people are threatened by this because I also think you don't succumb to social pressure. You don't follow the status quo. You don't follow group mentality because you know yourself, you accept yourself, and you're not trying to change yourself, right? So I think a lot of people, especially people that need to be the leader and need to be the one that everyone follows, like people that are usually the center of attention and they need to be the center of attention. I think these people feel threatened by you because you are not changing through social pressure. You don't change your opinion, your belief system, how you look, how you dress, who you are through social pressure. So I think a lot of people in positions of power, especially people who are like power hungry, feel very threatened by this. And I think these people try to change you, and because they need some sort of control over people and the capacity to change someone, maybe through social pressure, social embarrassment, shame, guilt, whatever it is, that usually works, but with you it doesn't. And they try and try to change you, try and try over again, and they cannot. And they just really end up wasting so much time and energy into a pointless endeavor. And I think these are the people that warn others about you, like, hey, pile two, they're not going to change. It's kind of pointless to make them change because I think these are people that have tried to make you change, that are tried to make you change because they need that sense of control over people, and because who you are at your core, and this self acceptance is a threat to their authority. These are people that are positioned in power because they need the power. You feel me? Because there are some people that are in positions of power because they truly have the skills or the talents and they are not like power hungry. But these people that feel threatened by you are power hungry and they need to be able to have influence other people. And you are not influenced at all. And yep. And I think that's what they warn others about is that you can change well too. This is who they are. Take it or leave it. And I think you have this mentality towards people. Like I think you probably get this a lot. People trying to change you, and I probably you've like say this to a lot to people like take it or leave it. This is who I am. You don't like it, fine. It's completely fine. You can go. You like it, great, but do not try to change me into something I'm not. This is who I am. I don't need you in my life. If you want in my life, you have to accept me as I am. And I think this bravery of you not minding being disliked, this courage of being disliked, right? And you're not trying to please everyone else to make you like you. Like the fact that you are comfortable in being disliked and you're not going to change yourself for people that dislike you to like you, that's powerful. And some people might even like these people that try to change you might even see you as stubborn. But you're not stubborn, like you know who you are, like you're just not influenced, period. But they turn this strength of knowing yourself and not being influenced and turn into a bad thing. And they say to other people, yeah, but we're stubborn. When in reality, it's just them that they're manipulative and you don't fall for their manipulation. What people warn others about you. I think also what people warn others about you is that you are someone that has been through a lot. Some of you might have experienced poverty, lack, might have experienced discrimination, prejudice, like You know what it's like to not have privilege. You know what it's like to not have support. You know what it's like to stand on your own two feet, even when nobody supports you. And I think this is a part of why you can stand on your own two feet, because you know what it's like to not be maybe supported by society, appreciated by society. Like, you know what it's like to be ostracized from society, to not have the privilege that most people have, and you know how to live in that and how to survive in that. So I think this kind of build you this skill of being able to stand on your own two feet, even if society does not agree with you, even if like the collective or if the majority is against you, you are capable to continue without having to change yourself, and you are able to stand tall without succumbing to social pressure because you've been on the ostracized side and you have survived it and you have overcome it. So you are like, it's nothing new to you to be ostracized. It's nothing new to you to be a minority. That this is not a new concept to you, so you don't fear it. And because you don't fear it anymore, you're not controlled anymore, right? Another aspect to this is also, I think, also something that people warn about you is that you are someone that has been through a lot and had to learn and how to like prioritize yourself no matter what to survive. So I think what people say is that, well, too, like you are a loving person, but you want to love yourself first as a means to survive. And I think this is what others warn others about, is that you are going to fight for yourself first before anyone else, because you've been through a lot, and you will never let yourself be in the position, like you'll never put yourself in the position at the bottom willingly again as a way to survive. So you're going to prioritize yourself no matter what is happening. Like, this is the example of, you'll be the first to leave like a place that is on fire. You feel me? You're not going to let others pass in front of you. You're going to be the first to leave. You're going to be the first to leave the plane. You're going to be the first to save yourself. Because of how much you've been through and this need for survival. What people warn others about you about too. Also, imagine an aspect to you, like you are not controlled, you're not influenced, right? I think because of this personality that you have, other people will also warn others about you, that you want to speak the truth, even if it's what nobody wants to hear. And imagine, but the thing is, you have good intentions when you do this. I think you keep secrets to keep the peace if it benefits you. But imagine, you're not someone to tell the truth to create more chaos. You are someone to tell the truth because you feel like it's the right thing to say. So, for example, this is like in a business, you catch someone doing something shady, and this thing shady that is happening affects everyone and affects you and affects your employees. You're going to speak up and you're going to tell the truth because you know it's the right thing to do. But for example, you will not tell a coworker's secret that secret reveal only words stammer. Like if it doesn't hurt you or the majority, you're not going to expose the truth. You feel me? Like if something only hurts and doesn't cause any good, you will keep the secret. But if there is a secret that being kept damages more than being told, you're gonna say it, even if it's something that nobody wants to hear, even if it's something that other people are trying to keep under the rocks because it's easier or is easier to deal with. You're gonna say it because you're gonna do what is just, what is fair, and you're gonna tell the truth, knowing that will create some chaos at the beginning, but that chaos is necessary. But I think you keep secrets that know that being told will only cause harm and will do no good to no one. Like imagine I think you'll be the type of person that will tell a secret of like the corporates up above doing shady finance things that affects the whole company, you, your colleagues, the employees. I think you tell that secret. But for example, if you've seen a coworker maybe like not abusing, but like taking advantage of certain benefits that they shouldn't do because they have to pay the bills at home or because they have to feed themselves and their kids, you're gonna keep that secret. You know, that's the vibe. Like, you're gonna tell a secret and tell the truth. If it's something that's being kept a secret hurts more than it does good, but you're gonna keep the secrets that will hurt. Like, you're gonna protect the minority, you feel me? Like, you're gonna keep the secrets that people have to do to survive, but you're gonna demask the bad guy and you're gonna demask like shady stuff. And you are someone that cannot be bought, cannot be influenced into silence. If you think that something that needs to be said, you're gonna say it, even if people try to persuade you not to, because you see it as the right thing to do. What people warn others about you. I think also what people warn others about you is that you accept loss easily. If it doesn't work out, um, you move forward quite easily. And I think this is in the context of imagine someone is trying to control you. So they use like fear tactics. Like imagine you are in a job, the corporate people are doing something shady, you catch them in that, and you're like, I'm gonna say what is happening because we need to say and demask the situation. And then the corporate people are like, if you say the truth, like, we're gonna fire you. And you're like, okay, fire me, but I'm gonna speak the truth. You feel me? Like, I think you are someone that I think because you have experienced loss of power, loss of control, you experience a lot of loss in life. Unfortunately, it was not easy, but you know the game. You know there is no point staying in a situation for fear. There is no point being imprisoned in fear, and you rather face the fear, you feel me? You rather face the bad thing, get it over it, and move forward. And I think that's what the people warn others about is that this person will not stay in a bad situation. This person will not stay in fear. Don't even try to play the fear card with them. Like, if you do this, there will be bad repercussions. You are like, yeah, give it to me already, you know? And you're not afraid to lose. You're not afraid to change plans. And you do this very quickly. Fast. You move forward fast. This is how people perceive you, and you change your plans fast. If you get fired from a job, or even if you fire yourself, I think you'll be the type of person that imagine that the manager is being toxic, and you're like, "This cannot continue. I'm going to speak with the higher ups," and that manager says to you, "If you do that." I'm going to fire you. I think you'll be the type of person to speak with the higher ups and then quit, you know, and like the next week you have a new job. Like, you move forward like this, and no one can play you with fear tactics. Let me know down in the comments if you resonate with this message. If you like this reading, give it a like, and if you like this content, subscribe. I do a personal readings, they are super affordable, and they my first link in description. Bye, pal too. Hello, pal free. So you chose this card that says, I choose a bright future now. What people warn others about you, pal free, is that you have a bright future ahead of you. You have a lot going on your career, and you are working towards that. Do not underestimate Pile's free capacities, skills, talents, drive, and ambition. Imagine Pile free. I think you are someone super humble, that you don't brag about your achievements or what you got going on or what you're trying to do next and in the future. I don't think, yeah, you're not braggy at all. But I think a lot of people underestimate how talented, how skilled you actually are. And they underestimate how much you have going on in your career, um, as goals, as ambitions. They really underestimate that. Because imagine, I think people see you and they see someone super sweet, super kind, and they don't brag about all the work that you have done and all your projects and all your creative endeavors. Maybe you don't even show people that much. Like, you don't brag at all about the art that you made, the work that you have done, the projects that you have participated in, the people that you know because of work. Like, you are not braggy at all. And because of that, I think people really underestimate how much potential you have. And also people underestimate like how many connections you have in your field, how many people you know, how many people know you, how many people value how great of a reputation you have. I think you're really valued in your field, in your career, because you are someone really talented and with like very cool ideas, and you have a lot of prestige and you have a great reputation. And I think people at first don't see this. So I think people look at you, okay, you're super kind, you're creative, but people like take this thinking that you are like aloof and that you're not very focused on like career or business. They might even think, people might even think at first that you have less money that you actually have because maybe you don't wear designer, maybe you don't wear like things that look expensive, right? Because maybe you are more into like creative stuff and you don't necessarily like designer or trying to wear designer. And people think at first that you are way more unsuccessful than you actually are. And it's quite shocking when people figure out that actually you are very successful and that you are very valued in your career, in your job, in your field, and that you are working towards great things and great projects that are going to manifest and materialize in the future. And I think that's what people warn us about, like, do not underestimate power free. They are very skilled, they are very talented, they are very known in their field, in their career. They are way more successful than they look, and they have way more power, by the way, than they look. So do not underestimate feel free what people warn others about. Ooh. I think also something um, that other people warn others about is that you are going to always win. Always. There is nothing no one can do to make you lose. And this is like, I think people look at you, okay, you are kind, sensitive, sweet, you don't look like you have a lot of money, or you don't look like you have a lot of power. So people think like, they assume at first that you are like a vulnerable person in a vulnerable position. And at first they might think, I might be able to take a bit of advantage of this. I might be able to do some like shady stuff. And because this person is so sweet and so kind, or they seem so vulnerable, like they don't have that much money or that much connections or that much power, or they are wrong. You are not mean, but you're gonna win always. Anything the people ever try to do slightly shady, it will never work. You will always win. Because what people don't know is how big your network is. What people don't know is actually how much money and how much power you have. What people don't know is how many people stand behind you, supporting you, right? You have a lot of unseen power. And this power really comes from your network, your community, the people that value you because you are very valuable. There, you have a lot of people that admire you. You have a lot of people that are inspired by you, and you have a lot of people to support you. A lot of people are on your side, right? So there is nothing that really can people can do, like in the dark, in the back rooms, in unseen places, that will ever work. Imagine this is like, imagine for some reason someone wants to take advantage of you and they go to like this random person to try to help them, thinking that this random person has no connection to you. And like they explain their plan, and the moment they hear your name, pile free, the other person that they are trying to scheme with because they think they are a random person, like they know you and they're gonna stay by your side, and they're gonna make that scheme fail because that other person, that the person, the bad person that was trying to like create this scheme to take advantage of you, the other person that they ask for help, they know you, they respect you, and they're gonna be on your side. You feel me? Like even when people try to do shady things in the dark, in the back rooms, where they think like nobody knows you, you are known, you are there, and people are gonna be on your side, and you're going to win. What people also warn others about you is that you're going to be someone that is always going to leave a bad situation. You're going to find a way to leave, and you're going to leave in silence, in a very kind manner when nobody is looking. But for example, if you find yourself in a toxic workplace, maybe in a business deal, that like in the small line something shady is happening, like if you find yourself kind of in a sticky situation that is a bit precarious, um or like shady a little bit, you feel me, you're gonna find a way to leave, and you're gonna leave unscathed, like you're gonna leave without repercussions. This is also giving a lot of like work contracts that can be a bit shady, like the small lines imply something shady. You're gonna be able to leave that contract without repercussions. You feel me? You're not looking for revenge for the other people, but you're gonna be able to leave that situation without bad repercussions for you. And this happens with like environments, people. You're gonna be able to live in silence a bad situation without causing too much fuss, but also without damaging the bad people that actually deserve a bit of punishment. Because you're not seeking punishment, you're just trying to protect yourself, minding your own business. But I think some people look at you and they see like sensitive, kind, sweet, a sensitive flower, and they might like also underestimate your intelligence. And you are smarter than you look, and you are more intelligent than you look, and you're not dumb with, for example, contracts or stuff like that. So when you see something shady is going on, you're gonna leave without even them noticing that you're gonna leave. You're gonna leave a shady situation without the other people even realizing that you caught up to them and that you are leaving. Because when you left, it's already done. Like, and they will only realize when you leave. And I think that's what people warn others about you, is that this person is gonna leave that situation without you realizing it. They are way more intelligent than they look, and when you wake up, when you finally realize that they are gone, is too late. What people warn others about you. Mm, yeah. What people warn others about you, Pelfrey, is that you perceive the weakness as a strength. Do not be fooled by this perceived weakness. Do not. And again, I think people perceive you as weak at first because of like sensitive, kind, sweet, polite, like sensitive flower that needs to be protected, that is vulnerable. Like people like this perception, even though it might be a perception that you don't like, it plays in your favor because people really underestimate you. And I think because you are way more intelligent than you look, and you know way more than you let on, and that you are way bigger, way more powerful than than you let on because you don't brag about your accomplishments, I think this perceived weakness that people perceive you as really plays in your favor. Because you can go on like stealth mode easily. You can get what you want, win always, in a very unseen way. You always win. That's the thing. You leave any situation being the winner, but you do it in a way that is very unseen because this perceived weakness, people will never put you as someone that had like the intelligence to do this. You feel me? People never like assume, no, like the reason why this is happening or the reason why this is going down is because of Palmer Free. Like they don't give you the credits for how many things you turn into your favor because of this perceived weakness. So even though this perceived weakness is something that you don't like to be perceived as, it kind of plays in your favor because you are a strong player, like you are invisible, strong player in like a chess mat. You feel you have like the invisible cape, but you have a lot of strength behind you and a lot of power. And I think that's what people warn others about is that, yeah, you're an invisible strong player. Do not underestimate Belfry. Yeah, people are really saying, hey, be careful with Belfry. They're not mean, but don't play with them. Imagine, I think Belfry, you are someone that. I don't think you are obsessed with money. I don't think you are overly materialistic, but you do have dreams, you do have goals, you do have passions. You are successful in your career, and you do have money. Um, And I think people like look at you, this person doesn't even care about money. They're like a fairy in the world. Uh, they care about emotions and about art. They don't care about money. They don't care about these things. Do not be fooled by free because you know your way around money, and you probably have more money than them. I think yeah, like people really underestimate how much money you have, how much capacity you have to make money, because you are not like overly obsessed with money and you're not wearing Gucci or Louis and you're not always talking about money. People don't just like assume that you don't care about money and that you don't even know your way around money. Do not underestimate health free. Also, people underestimate your capacity to be cautious. Like people really think you are like naive or innocent, you feel me? So like people that want to do shady stuff, they think, I can do this shady stuff with pornography because they are so innocent or naive, they have no sense of caution. While the old time pile free, you caught on to their BS from the beginning. But because you are not a mean person, you're not gonna like confront them, you're not gonna scream at them, but you're gonna make sure that you are protected and that you win in this game no matter what. You're gonna win in this game very sweet, very kind, very empathetic. People never knew what hit them. People never knew everything that you were doing, and people never know that you got their BS from the beginning, but just because you didn't tell them that you knew, or just because you kept being kind to them, does not mean that you were dumb. Yeah, I think people really take your sweetness for weakness, but like this kind of works in your favor because you always win. You have way more power, way more money than they realize, and way more capacity to make money, you feel me? And way more wisdom and intelligence than they realize. And this kind of works in your favor. You always win, pal free. Let me know down in the comments if you resonate with this message. If you like this reading, give it a like. And if you like this content, subscribe. I do personal readings. They are super affordable. And then my first link in the description. Bye, pal free.